I have got no idea. I can only suppose, but I can tell you some things that I've supposed.
Yeah.
The reason why I've got no idea is because I wasn't there. And in fact, none of us were there. And this is what this Bible verse that I quoted at the beginning is very important to understand. God has put time indefinite into your heart so that you may never find out what the true God has done. Do you understand what that means? What that means is that you are going to investigate for the rest of your existence all the things that the true God has done, and you're still not going to know them all. That's how much God has done, if you can contemplate that. Now, that all being said, God creates the same way you create, and that is with your desire. So in other words, everything comes from God's soul. And the instant God desires, and even in your own progression, you'll see this start happening, particularly when you become at one with God. The instant you desire something that's harmonious with love is the instant that it's created. And I'm not just talking about like, inanimate objects. I'm talking about even living things. So let's say you decide that you really, really want to make a certain type of animal. Well, you will be able to actually form that animal and ask for God's spirit of life to enter that animal, and the spirit of life will enter that animal, and you've now just created a new animal. And that animal will be unique because you're unique and whatever comes from your imagination. So God creates in a similar way in that he expresses his desire, he feels a desire, which is an emotion, and instantly whatever he desired comes into being.
Is that how the material universe came about?
Everything, not just the material universe, but all the potentialities, even all the law. The reason why I'm so fascinated with law myself is because it's the law that creates the potential of the universe.
Who created the laws?
God, yeah. And this is what so much fascinates me about law, is that the laws were created before the universe existed. The laws were created for the spirit universe before that existed. The laws that were created for the soul, the human soul, all were created before the first human soul existed. And that's what fascinates me, is that God basically put in this... any of you computer programmers?
Infrastructure.
Yeah. Yeah. You could liken it to God creating this structure, and then everything inside of the structure gets created based on the structure's constraints. And that's what God has done. It's actually immense. It's an immense achievement when you think about that.